So I'm out in the woods today, and as you can see, it's a lovely day. Expected to get a lot of rain this afternoon, but it hasn't come. You can probably see up at the sky here, lovely blue sky just behind the canopy there. It's a really nice day. Anyway, what I'm talking about on this occasion is that over there, which is my base for this afternoon. I'm here just doing a little bit of writing, taking a few pictures as well, but mainly I'm writing today, so I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about my setup. And there's just a few items that I brought along today. So this here is a tarp. This is a 10th Wonder tarp. It's one of their ultralight ones. I'm not sure if they make it anymore, but I'm sure there's equivalent in other manufacturers and what have you. Down here we have some Litchfield walking poles. I don't generally use these poles for walking, but they are very good for keeping the tarp up. On this occasion I'm using some bungee cords, which you can see go all the way down to the ground, and then we've got, I don't know if you can really see, there's some nice strong pegs, and they have loops there, so I can just quickly clip those bungees on there. Round the other side, just to show you, I haven't got bungees on the back here, but we've got a knot there which leads along, and then just very simply looped around on the tree here, and that's it. Holds it nice and tight. Anyway, that's what we're looking at from behind here. Let's just have a little look at what I've got. So as I record this, it is lunchtime, so you may as well have a look. This here is a jet boil stove, and you can actually see here, this is the jet boil sole, this setup. But what I'm having today is some Tilda sweet chili and lime rice, and also some, look what we found, there we go, look what we found, Tees Valley beef meatballs. Actually makes a really nice combination, just done in a few minutes, very quickly on the jet boil. This isn't actually a jet boil pot, this comes from a Trangia stove, but it works really well because on here you can see you've got the adapter that comes with the jet boil that allows you to put plates and bowls and things on the top. Just moving across here, I've got the ground sheet here. This just comes from North Face tent, but I always bring it along with my tarp. This is a Thermarest. It's a full-length a full-length mat, sleeping mat. But I've got the chair kit, which is really good. I've had it for years, and it just allows, you can see, you can adjust that so you can lean back, and it's brilliant. Really nice, very comfortable for if you're outdoors for a long period of time, like I am today. And sat on that is a MacBook Pro, because like I say, I'm doing some writing. Over here we have a Rover Pro 45 litre rucksack. And it's a little bit messy at the moment because I've got things out and what have you. I've only got one of the cases that for camera gear and what have you, but that's got audio recorders, got a pencil case with some pens and little post-it notes and what have you, because I do like the old-fashioned way of making notes and what have you. Just a bag with sort of tea bags and various lunch bits. Just some spare clothes in here for when the weather does get a bit cooler. Various pockets, I won't go into it all now, but in the side I've got a waterproof coat in there, and this side is where the tripod goes. The tripod is currently here. Oh, just to point out, this here is a little bit been battered on the way, but this is just some zinc oxide tape, which is really good if you're concerned about losing your wedding ring, for example. You can just put a bit of tape around there. Haven't done that today, but I always bring some just in case, or just on the spot repairs. This here is a Nikon D800 with a 35mm 1.8 lens, and then the only other things just over here, I've got my phone, a notebook, a little dry bag here with more important things like keys and that sort of thing, little knife there. But that's it, that is the setup. Just going to back up a little bit so you can get the whole view again. Just to show you around this side, I showed you that over there, there's your pole, there's the bungee going all the way down to the ground, and obviously over the far side over to the tree. Over this side, exactly the same setup. What I like to do is to keep the stoppers on the top of these poles so it doesn't rip the material, but you just thread that up through the loop that is on the tarp, pop that on, keeps it nice. If you're camping, for example, and it's getting dark or you're out and the light's fading, you're not going to snag yourself on that. Very simple. There's the bungee, follows all the way down again to the bottom here. And you can see it's just really simple blue pegs so that you can see them in the foliage here, and that's it. On the other side, I didn't show you this on the other side, but just very easily just goes around the tree there. And the great advantage with this, of course, is you can see the tension on that is fantastic. Now, if I can just show you here, down to the ground, and looking across this way, can you see the tension that is over here? What that actually means, we've not got any rain so far today, but just any bits that have been falling off the trees, just little odds and ends, have just been bouncing off. Really, really good. So like here, just some leaves, that sort of thing. But there we go. That is my tarp setup for today. Really, really good. The tarp itself weighs, I believe, 325 grams. So it's really, really lightweight. It's really good to pack just as a shelter, so if it's raining, if it's sunny, if you need to get out of the wind, it's really good for that. It's good to sleep under as well if you're into your micro adventures and your wild camping or your overnighters. Highly, highly recommended. Not necessarily the 10th Wonder, they are very, very good, but there are other brands out there that do similar things which are, you know, really, really worth a look at. One thing I would just say about this particular one, you can see on here that they are very good when it comes to this sort of stitching here. So a lot of tarps, you have the seam that runs along here, and it's okay, you know, the seam does what it does. But with the 10th Wonder stuff, you've really got a nice, really nice stitching here. And it also means that when it is pouring with rain, I find that keeps it keeps the water from dripping or sort of running down. Just have that extra thickness and that bit of sort of making it a bit more sturdy. You also have these tabs on here, so for example, if I was camping out, what I might do is run a line from here all the way along down to the other end, and some shock cord or something like that, and then you can just hang various kit bags, your dry bags and that sort of thing from there. Really, really good. One other thing maybe just to point out, you've got tabs here, and then there's the middle one there, and then there's another one just about over here somewhere. But that's it. So I hope that's been of interest to you guys. A very simple, very quick, very easy to set up shelter. I would recommend taking something similar if you're heading out into woodland or out onto the hill. Anything like that, it's really, really worth thinking about packing a tarp into your rucksack, whatever that rucksack is, even if it's just a day bag. So there we go.